that's for a different video. But let's go ahead and get started with today's video. Well, look what we have here. The car that everyone hasn't seen in a very long time.
What's up YouTube? Welcome back to another video. As you guys can see, the G35 is here still. It has been quite some time. I know in the last video I was explaining to you guys that I was going to school. So I'm finally done with school. I did move, have my own garage now. Sorry if it echoes a little bit. I'm kind of closed the garage door so no one can see me, but it sounds like it's echoing a little bit. But regardless, in today's video, I got some good stuff for the G35. I have some parts over here that I'm not going to show you quite yet. Just to give you a quick update on the G35, I have done some other stuff to the G35 since the last video. Unfortunately, there were things that went out as I was driving the car to school and stuff like that, so didn't get to film any of that content, but it is what it is. I'll show you guys as we're installing one of these parts over here. But yeah guys, the G35 is still here, right strong. Still love it. I don't think I'll still sell it, but you never know. Near future, if something comes up, I will sell it. But in the meantime, for those people that don't know, this is a 2006 Infiniti G35 that is wide body and has an outcast garage. It is a kit that you can no longer buy. I guess there was only a few produced. I'm one of them. And sadly, I do have some sad news. Some things, like I said, did happen to the G35 and changing some things with the car and the way it looks. But without further ado, let's go ahead and film today's video and show you guys the new part I got for the G. Something not too crazy, but it is something I've always wanted to do to the G35. Always wanted to do it in other cars as well. It was kind of controversial on if I should do it or not, or if it's worth the money. But in today's video, I'm gonna go ahead and install a Megan Racing strut brace. Pretty simple mod, nothing too crazy. Just wanted to start off something small with the car. And I want to see if it actually improves something on the car as well. So yeah guys, in today's video, we're gonna go ahead and show you how to change or actually not even change, install a strut brace. But if you already have one, you're switching out to a different one, pretty sure it's the same concept, but let's go ahead and start with today's video.
Guys, so here's the G35. Here's how the engine bay looks like right now. Not sure if you guys can notice anything different, but some things did change since the last video. And like I said, these were things that I just did as I was driving the car because either things broke or, you know, just wanted to change it. So you can't really see it. Sorry for the poor lighting. This is the only lighting I have right now, so it is what it is. But I do have a Mishimoto radiator and the Mishimoto slim fans as well. Radiator went out. I got a good deal on this radiator, so I couldn't pass on it. So that's the only reason why I went with this. And intake looks a little bit different as well, just because I did switch it up. Don't have the engine long tube cold air intake. Went with the DC Sports just because it's carb legal, guys. Here in California, cops hate modified cars, so I went ahead and got the DC Sports short ram intake. And as well with the radiator, I went with a different reservoir just so it looks cleaner, looks a little bit simpler as well. On the last video when I changed the radiator sport, I still had the OEM one, and I think this just looks a little bit better than the OEM one. Those OEM ones are pretty expensive. Like I said, they'll run about $100 or so, unless you can find one in mint condition that are selling a little bit under $100. But this reservoir costed me $40, $50. So good alternative, looks nice in the engine bay. And overall, that's pretty much that I've done here in the engine bay that you can see. Now we got the strut brace. So we're gonna go ahead and be installing the strut brace. Pretty excited to see if I feel a difference, especially I'm on bags as well, so kind of will help with stiffening up the chassis as well. So that's the only reason why I'm doing it. So let's go ahead and start with today's video and then go ahead and install the strut brace. Alright guys, so here it is. Here's the Mega Racing strut brace. I'm gonna go ahead and open it. I did open it earlier just to make sure it is the one for my car. Always make sure that your parts are for your car. I've had it where I've ordered some parts and it didn't fit the car. So always double check your parts just to make sure. But here we go. Here's the strut brace. And there we have it, guys. The Mega Racing strut brace. It does say right here it is for the G35 350Z. So pretty excited. Don't think we need any instructions. This is pretty straightforward on how it bolts onto the car. But like I said, guys, I'll go ahead and show you guys how to mount it up. Alright guys, so this is all you're gonna need. You're gonna need a 12mm for the strut nuts, a 14mm for the nut on the strut brace, extension, you always need an extension, ratchet, but for me, I got the impact, so I'm gonna go ahead and use the impact. So I'm not gonna use this. And then you also need a number 8 hex bolt, just because on the strut brace, to tighten the nut on the back, you do need a size 8 Allen head. So this is all you really need for the installation. Super simple. So let me go ahead and take you guys to the car and show you guys. All right guys, so here we are. Here's the strut brace like I showed you earlier. What I'm gonna do is go ahead and take this off just so it's just the, I guess the arm for the strut brace. So I'm gonna install the arms first onto the struts just because I wanna install one at a time and I don't undo both shocks and then risk anything happening. So I'm just gonna do one at a time. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this off and then just get the arm and bolt the arm onto the chassis first. So let's go ahead and do that. Save your washer, get your bolts. So here's your bolt, and then go ahead and wiggle this off of here. Boom. We're gonna go ahead and put this onto the side. And then went ahead and just left off with just the arm. So arm is gonna go ahead and go right here. So like I said, it's a 12mm for the bolts right here on the strut. And then I would go ahead and loosen the AC as well. It looks like that's gonna be in the way, so let's go ahead and loosen that and take off those nuts. All right, so let's go ahead and get our impact with our extension and 12mm. So I'm gonna do the bolts here. And here's your nuts. And then we gotta go ahead and take off the 10mm right here. I have a dress up bolt, so I'm gonna go ahead and take off my dress off bolt really quick. And then we're gonna go ahead and get our strut brace arm and go ahead and put this on. Okay guys, you guys just saw me take this off of the strut bar, and you saw me how I was taking it off this way, and I was assuming it was gonna go this way, but the way I actually took it off was actually this way, so it actually goes this way. So once you put that in, you're able to put the strut brace back in. Just make sure there's nothing touching it, and then go ahead and just reinstall your nuts, and then go ahead and tighten down everything. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and tighten
with the impact, I always do it with a ratchet as well, just so I know how tight it's going. Make sure it's tight evenly. Okay, it's tight evenly, then I'll go and take it out just a little more. That's all right. Not supported spec, but it has short specs, so I'm just going to get that feel, and everything feels right where it should be. Alright, now that we have the strip brace on, now we can go ahead and reinstall all the lights here like I was before, and we're all set.
Alright guys, so we got one side on. You didn't have to do all the extra stuff like how I did, remove the intake and stuff like that. You can easily install it without any of that. I just went the extra mile and went and take all that just so I can see everything better and make sure I'm installing it correctly. So now with this side on, let's go ahead and install the other side, which is right over here. And then we're just gonna do the exact same thing, remove 3 nuts up top, and then go ahead and install the new one. Let's go ahead and do it.
Doesn't look like it's sliding, so let me go ahead and undo this clip right here real quick, and you should be able to slide right here. Awesome, that's fine. There we go. Down there. Go ahead and install your nuts. Down. So, everybody go back in. Tight. Just a tap more. Here. Go ahead and clip this back on there like I was before. Just like that.
And then we got both arms on. So we're gonna go ahead and install the brace now and then go from there. So we got a strut brace here. So we're gonna go ahead and line it up with the arms, which are ones here. I'm trying to debate if I should go under or above. Just a little bit of plastic here. So I'm gonna place it just like that temporarily. We're gonna go ahead and get our bolts. So there is 2 washers on these. So the flat washer goes towards the side of the nut, which you'll slide here, slide it through, and you'll get your washer with your locking washer, and then that's gonna go ahead and go on the other side. So we'll go ahead and put it on just like that. Do the same thing on the other side. So you'll get your bolt again, slide that through, put your locking washer, and go ahead and get your nut. Tighten that down by hand. Same goes on this side. And then this does have some adjustment as well. I think I'm gonna set it towards the center just to make sure everything's even. So that's kind of centered. We'll go ahead and go on the other side, make sure it's centered as well, which looks right about close to centered. Then you're gonna go ahead and get your tool. So then you get your ratchet, your 8mm hex bolt. And then I thought you were going to be able to do it with a socket, but you do need a box wrench. So go ahead and get a 14mm, and we're going to tighten that down. Tighten just a little bit. Go on the other side as well. This side. So they're both right about the same length. I'm looking at both sides. So I'm just going to tighten it down. The end doesn't have a torque spec, so I'm just going to go pretty tight. Which right there is not good. Do the same thing on the other side. There you have it, guys. That's how you go ahead and install a strut brace. So we're gonna go ahead and close the hood, make sure it doesn't make contact with the hood. And then after that, we'll go ahead and try it out. Looks good. Double checking everything. It did look like there was a lot of pressure on this side. So. Just like that, the strut bar is installed. Like I said, guys, I do have some more mods for the car, so I'm gonna go ahead and install those for the car and save those videos for next time. So stay tuned, guys. Hopefully you guys liked today's video. Like I said, hopefully this does make an improvement for my car. I am on airbags, so it is on the softer side. So hopefully this bar does stiffen up some of the chassis that I'm having. But till then, guys, see you guys on the next video. Hopefully you guys liked today's video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. See you guys.